Welcome back to Busting Addiction and its Myths, brought to you by Safe House Rehab Thailand, which now has a spectacular new beach location near Hua Hin, Thailand. Our goal, from beginning to end, is to give you and your loved one the very best chance of a complete recovery. And to that end, you can't imagine a more serene yet astonishing setting than our location near the beach in Dolphin Bay. With the sea a short walk in front of us, and the awesome Samrayat National Park mountains behind our facility, we offer the most peaceful sanctuary one could possibly imagine to begin the journey of complete recovery. Hate the disease, but love yourself. You would be amazed at the negative self-talk I hear when the family of a drug abuser or alcoholic start answering pointed questions, like this. Do you feel as if this is your fault? Most say that they feel at least partly to blame, the if only, which suggests that they believe that they had any control over the trajectory of the disease, that if they did something, they might have saved their precious son. Little did they know then that addiction is so slick, their son might have been a drug abuser for years before he could hide it no longer. Denial is such a powerful force that both the addict and the family are in the same fog until a bright light shines into it and exposes the truth for what it is. Addiction as a family disease. One common element is that of self-loathing. The parents hate themselves and feel shamed that their child is now labeled an addict, and that comes from ignorance that addiction is just a disease and not a moral failing. The addict is tortured by feelings of low self-worth and shame that he has fallen down the social ladder, often because he's no longer employed or employable. Friends his age now have a career and families going while he skulks about looking for his next hit. While he suffers from depression and OCD, obsessive-compulsive disorder, his family suffers from guilt and shame and cannot imagine being nice to themselves, never mind each other. This is where self-love comes in, just when it is needed the most. This is where persistent self-compassion comes in. It is to be found in a community of like-minded people, usually in a fellowship like Al-Anon, where people are taught to start loving themselves again after they've imposed brutal punishment upon themselves for not being able to fix their loved one, as if they could. They have disconnected themselves from their own loving feelings and from their bodies too, which are telling them, hey, take care of me too. Here's a quote from a woman who had started to recover from the addictive disorder that permeated her whole family. I am beginning to like myself again, to trust and love myself. I feel more connected to myself physically. Even on days I feel these qualities slipping, I am able to pick up on it and listen in again to what my body and mind are asking for, so I can respond accordingly with no judgment. Holding yourself responsible for what happened is well-intentioned, but it is misguided. Alcoholism and drug addiction will have their way with your loved one until you detach yourself from blame and get the help both you and your loved one deserve so that you can learn to love yourselves again. This podcast is sponsored by Safe House Rehab Thailand, with a new beach location near Hua Hin, offering the best chance of a complete recovery, because families today are facing new challenges and deserve a better way forward. All in the warm embrace of our staff and our welcoming environment, unsurpassed anywhere in Thailand.